We are the ambassadors of the world. You and I, the subscribers who's listening to this message right now, you are the chosen ones. You have been chosen by your people. You have been chosen by destiny. And most importantly, you have been chosen by God. It's not many of us here, but it doesn't have to be many of us. The few of us that are here, we can make big things happen. For instance, I've been living in Ethiopia, Africa, for the last 6 years of my life. And since I've been here, I've only met a handful of Black Americans. But it's something about the Black Americans who visit Africa. Many Black Americans who visit Africa are very, very conscientious type people. I haven't really ran into an ignorant Black American over here in Africa. Those of us who come to Africa have our heads on our shoulder in the right direction. And those of us who come to Africa are very conscientious. We understand that we are the ambassadors of the Black American race. I don't only represent myself here in Africa, but I represent you as well. I try my best to learn about the history of the Africans, the history of the country that I'm living in, the culture, the heritage, because I know that people will look up to me as a representation for all Black Americans. Many Africans have never even met Black Americans, and that's the truth. In order for us to be the best ambassadors that we can possibly be, we must read, learn, grow, and behave like the chosen people that we are. We have been oppressed over the years, living in Babylon, but the new paradigm shift has started. This is the second reset. We are now responsible for our own fate and destinies. We can no longer blame the corrupt government of the American system. We can no longer blame the Babylonian system. Now we can only look inwards and blame ourselves. Many of our Black American brothers and sisters trapped in Babylon, to be honest with you, they love Babylon. They choose to be there. But I chose to leave. I didn't come here looking for no woman. I didn't come here looking for a fun time. I came here escaping persecution because I know that if I had stayed in America, something bad would happen to me. More than likely, I would be dead or in prison. So I left to free my mind. I left to gather my thoughts, and I left to save my soul leaving Babylon. I don't know exactly what Bible verse it is, but there's a Bible verse in the Bible where it says, "Leave Babylon now, or you will suffer her punishments." That's what I did. I took God's word and I left Babylon. Now, Black Americans living in Babylon, we have to understand that we are behind enemy lines. We have no government representation. We don't have our own educational system. We don't have our own media. So we must break away from the Babylonian system because that system does not represent us. Many of us all the time ask ourselves, why are we in the position that we are in? What is wrong with the Black American family structure? Why is our family destroyed? I honestly believe that there are active participants within the Babylonian governmental system that actively tried to destroy the Black American community, and they have done a damn good job. But now it's time for us to regain our place in society, regain our place in history, and take back our names. Now it's time to form our own government representations. It's time to form our own educational systems. It's time to start our own media. We cannot depend on any other media. I cannot depend on YouTube. I've been blacklisted on YouTube already, and I just started my YouTube channel. Already, I see people commenting under my videos in my notification bar, but when I go to look at the comments, the videos are disappeared. And then they email me, "Hey man, I sent you some messages on YouTube. I'm trying to comment, but my comments keep on getting deleted." That goes to show that the Babylonian system, the Babylonian social media websites like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, even Google, they don't want this information to get out. They don't want us to become enlightened. They don't want us to break away from our chains. Many Black Americans want to be in the Babylonian system. Many Black Americans are voting for Joe Biden. Many Black Americans are voting for Joe Blow and Donald Trump, whoever you call it. I did not vote for more than 10 years because I already made in my mind that I was going to detach myself completely from the Babylonian system. There is no Babylonian representative who represents me, okay? I came to Africa to grow mentally, spiritually, physically, okay? I didn't come to Africa to still participate in the Babylonian mindset. I came to be free. Here in Africa and Ethiopia specifically, this is a place where you can learn about black nationalism. It's almost like a resort to go to learn about black nationalism. Like, for instance, Nelson Mandela came to Ethiopia and he was trained by the Royal Imperial Guards of Haile Selassie before he went back to South Africa to fight apartheid. I feel like I'm in the same position. I feel like I'm here. I've been chosen not just to come here and find my wife and start my family, but I feel like I've been chosen to prepare myself to come back even to Babylon if I have to help bring my people out of darkness, to help bring my people out of ignorance and seclusion into the light, into intellect. The first thing we have to do as black Americans is we have to realize that we are in a position that we are in because we are giving our soul and our spirit and our mind and even our physical attributes to the Babylonian system. We must break out of this Babylonian system, okay? Now, what you will find out when you come to Africa is white supremacy is global. White supremacy is global. Now, the reason why I believe white supremacy is so global is, first of all, the most powerful country in the world, which is the United States, doesn't have any black representation. There's no black people in government who can speak up for the black people and represent black people over here in Africa. When you go to the United States Embassy in Ethiopia, you see nothing behind the counters but a whole bunch of white women, okay? Mostly white women. And this shows you, even Joe Biden, he selected a lot of white women for his cabinet and his cabinet positions. But there is no black male representation, especially. Another thing is, black people, we don't come here to Africa like we should. We need to start coming to Africa and learning about our African culture, because there is something that we can learn from the African people. For example, African people are willing to fight and die for their country if it was invaded. Are black Americans, are we willing to fight and die for our sovereignty? I don't want reparations. I want separation. You know, I'll say it again. I don't want reparations. I want separation. I want my own country. I want to be like, you know, my African brothers and sisters. I want to have my own country. I want to have my own laws. I want to have my own educational system. I want to have my own media. I'm tired of living underneath the white supremacist Babylonian system. I'm sick and tired of it. That's why I left the United States a long time ago. You know, black men, when you come to Africa, don't come with your head in the sand. Oh, where the women at? I understand that it's a human desire to care for having a wife, to care for having a family. Even the fact that we have to leave the United States to find a family, to find a wife, is bad in the first place. It goes to show you the deplorable state that we are in. We need to build our communities up and take back ownership of ourselves and take our names back out of the mouth of the Babylonian system and reestablish our reputation, how the world see us worldwide. And the only way that we can do this is by abandoning the Babylonian system. No man wants to leave his country behind. You know, to be honest with you, men, we don't want to leave America behind. We want to marry our black American women. We want to stay there in if we have to, if we had an opportunity to have an employment, if we had an opportunity to have a house and to have control and ownership over our family. But we don't have those opportunities, so naturally a man would go where he got to go to be happy. You see what I'm saying? So, do we have a home in Africa? Well, to be honest with you, that's a good question, and I will leave this topic up for another time. Okay. Now, what I would like to say one more time before I leave is, I don't want reparations. I want separation from the Babylonian system. Black men, we need to reestablish ourselves, and we need to take control of our names again, and we need to reestablish our families, and we need to get our minds out of Babylon, and we need to grow up and move on with our lives. We need to read, learn, and grow and behave accordingly, because we are the ambassadors of the black American race. Wherever you go, you are the ambassador, especially when you come here to Africa. God bless and be one. One more thing. By the way, I noticed that my average uploads is like once every 2 weeks, and My apologies. I will try to make a video at least once a week from now on, 2 if possible. But it's taking me a long time to upload videos here in Ethiopia. The internet and the Wi-Fi is not very fast, so it takes me like almost 1 day just to upload one video, like one 10-minute video. Another thing is I'm working long hours because of COVID-19, and I'm working on Saturdays as well, and I'm parenting, and I'm working on a novel. But what I will try to do is be more committed to write a video make a video every week, twice a week if possible, at least once a week. Thank you for your support, and Black first.